Still shiny, still ticking, still confusing people. Is it digital or analog? It's been a year with the Casio AQ-230A-2A. Has it stood the test of time or just run out of style points? A retro hybrid with calculator-era vibes and dressy charm. Today, we'll see how it held up after a year of occasional wear. Is it still a top-budget retro watch under $50? Grab your coffee and let's talk about this little Casio that just won't quit. I didn't wear it daily, but I treated it like a gem from the 80s. Like an action figure you never unbox, but this one tells time. Picked it up a year ago for just $29, a total steal. Kept it mint, light wear, soft cloth, no water. In this review, I'll share how it held up and if it's still worth owning. Is this a nostalgic showpiece or a legit keeper on a budget?
One year with the Casio AQ-230A-2A. Best budget retro watch under $50?
Before we dive deeper into the review, let's run through a quick size check, especially for those who are new to the Casio AQ-230A-2A or just curious if it'll fit their wrist or style. Case size, 29.8 millimeters. Yep, it's on the smaller side, perfect for slimmer wrists like my 6.5-inch wrist, or for anyone who appreciates that timeless vintage look no matter the size. Lug to lug, just 38.8 millimeters. That's shorter than most business cards. And honestly, it hugs the wrist like it's giving it a polite little handshake. Thickness, only 8.1 millimeters. Super slim. You'll forget it's even there until someone says, "Hey, is that a Casio from the 80s? Lug width, 18 millimeters. A sweet spot with tons of aftermarket strap options, from NATO to leather, so you can dress it up or down like a little horological chameleon. Weight, a feather-light 47 grams. This thing is lighter than your favorite pen. Seriously, it's so comfortable. Even your wrist feels underdressed without it. These dimensions are part of what makes the AQ-230A-2A such a popular pick in the retro digital watch scene. It's compact, wearable, and still turns heads without trying too hard.
Ownership recap.
Over the past year, I wore the Casio AQ-230 mostly on special occasions. You know, weddings, dinners, or when I felt like pretending I actually ironed my shirt. It's got that sleek, dressy vibe that makes it feel more like a budget-friendly wedding watch than a daily grinder. When I wasn't wearing it, I kept it tucked away somewhere safe, basically treated it like a limited edition vinyl record that also happens to tell time. Why so careful? Well, my daily routine is a little more rugged. Between occasional plumbing fixes, some backyard gardening, and a lot of running around, I didn't want to risk scratching this retro Casio beauty. Most days, I just slap on a reliable beater watch, usually a Ski-May or another tough Casio model built to handle dirt, sweat, and the occasional accidental whack on the doorknob. The AQ-230 isn't fragile, but let's just say I wasn't about to take it weed whacking.
Design and aesthetic.
The Casio AQ-230A-2A delivers a sleek to no-shape case that screams late 80s style. With flat angular sides and a polished bezel, it brings that sharp, minimalist retro vibe without overdoing it. Though it looks like metal, the case is actually chrome-plated resin, keeping it lightweight and affordable, true to Casio's frugal roots. The ice blue dial is a real standout, subtle sunburst finish, clean silver baton indices, and slim silver hands. No seconds hand here, just that cool, calm analog look up top. Below, you get a compact digital screen at 6 o'clock, neatly framed into the dial, giving it that dual display charm. The branding is classic Casio. Casio quartz at the top and water resist printed at 6 o'clock. Nothing flashy, just clean, balanced, and symmetrical. The bracelet, vintage style all the way. It's a brushed 5-link design with a nice bit of texture and shine in the light. Mine shows a little wear, some scuffs here and there on the links, but nothing too distracting. The fold-over clasp is standard Casio fare, simple, sturdy, and functional. You'll also notice some minor scratches on the case, bezel, and even the crystal, just enough to give it that lived-in charm without looking beat up. The case back has a few marks too, likely from desk dive or strap changes over the year. Altogether, the watch blends retro-futuristic charm with modern practicality. It's a versatile piece that works with casual outfits, office wear, or just pulling off that geek chic aesthetic. A perfect pick for vintage lovers and minimalists alike.
Functionality after 1 year?
So how's it holding up after a full year? Short answer, everything still works flawlessly. Not a single hiccup. For a watch I paid just $29 for, that's impressive. And a strong case for Casio's legendary reliability, even in its more affordable lineup. Let's go down the list of features that are still ticking like clockwork. World time and dual time, still super useful when I need to pretend I travel a lot, or just want to check what time it is in Tokyo while stuck in traffic. Stopwatch, 1/100-second accurate, responsive, and measuring up to 59 minutes, 59.99 seconds. Ideal if you ever need to time your coffee steeping, with NASA precision. Measuring mode, elapsed time only. Nothing fancy, but gets the job done. Daily alarm and hourly time signal, still beeping strong, reminding me to take breaks or annoy anyone nearby. Auto calendar. Yes, even February gets love with its 28-day auto adjustment. Accuracy. Still solid at around plus or minus 30 seconds per month. That's about 1 second a day. Good enough unless you're trying to sync with a rocket launch. 12 24-hour format toggle. Works great. I switch it to 24-hour mode just to feel tactical. Regular timekeeping. Analog. Hour and minutes hands still align nicely. No drift or misalignment. Digital. Hours, minutes, seconds, PM indicator, month, date, day, all clear and crisp on the display. Water resistance, rated at 30 meters. So no swimming or diving, but it can definitely survive a splash while washing your hands or forgetting it's on during a light rain. I ran it under tap water and even dunked it in a full sink. No, not to clean, just to see if that 30-meter water resistance actually meant something. And yep, it held up like a champ. No fogging, no moisture inside. For an affordable water-resistant watch, it passed the casual splash test with flying colors. So unless you're planning to take it snorkeling in your neighbor's kiddie pool, you're all good. Perfect for everyday wear, rain, hand washing, and those accidental, oops, I forgot I was wearing it moments. This little vintage hybrid Casio may look like a fashion piece, but it's packing real-world, everyday digital functionality that's still rock solid a year later.
Comfort and practicality.
If I had to sum up the Casio AQ-230A-2A in 2 words, they'd be lightweight legend. At just 47 grams, this thing is so light you'll forget it's even on your wrist until someone compliments you for your cool retro watch. No wrist fatigue here, even after a long day of pretending to check the time during meetings. Its versatile size also deserves a shout out. It's compact enough for smaller wrists like mine, but still looks sharp on just about anyone. It doesn't scream for attention, but it definitely earns a second glance. When it comes to styling, it's a total chameleon. Whether you're in jeans and a t-shirt or dressed up for a wedding, this vintage-style digital analog Casio slides right in. It's one of those rare watches that feel at home in both casual and formal settings, like the James Bond of budget timepieces. And let's not forget the practicality. With dual time, an alarm, stopwatch, calendar, and 12 24-hour formats. This thing is loaded with functional retro digital features, proving that you don't need to spend big to get a watch that actually does stuff. Overall, it's an everyday watch that checks all the right boxes: comfort, versatility, and classic Casio charm.
What surprised me?
Honestly, for a watch I bought for just $29, the Casio AQ-230A-2A had no business being this good. Based on the features we just went over, here's what really surprised me: the analog and digital combo. It's not just for looks. Both displays stay perfectly in sync. I expected them to drift apart over time or need constant adjustment, but nope, rock solid. The alarm and hourly chime, still crisp and loud enough to be useful. It's not going to wake the neighbors, but it's reliable enough to remind me to check the oven or stop scrolling TikTok. Battery life, 1 year in, and it's still going strong without a hiccup. With all the features it packs, I half expected the battery to tap out early, but this little guy just keeps ticking like a caffeine-powered librarian. And finally, how many compliments it gets. I thought only watch nerds would notice it, but nope. Friends, co-workers, even strangers on the bus have pointed it out. Hey, that's a cool little watch. It's something I didn't expect to hear this often from a budget retro Casio. This thing may be small, but it packs way more personality and budget-friendly functionality than you'd expect from something that costs less than dinner at a decent burger joint.
Is it worth owning long term?
So after 1 year of ownership, is the Casio AQ-230A still worth keeping long term? Absolutely, yes. This watch punches way above its price tag in just about every category. It's reliable, it's comfortable, it's got just enough digital and analog charm to stay interesting. And honestly, it looks way more expensive than it is. Here's why I think it's a solid long-term keeper. Timeless retro styling. The design is straight out of the golden age of digital watches, but it still looks clean, classy, and modern enough to hold its own in 2025. It doesn't follow trends, it outlives them. Proven durability. After a year of careful wear and avoiding any guard-related disasters, everything still works flawlessly. That kind of consistency matters if you're in it for the long haul. Low maintenance performance, no fuss, no daily charging, no app syncing, just set it and go. And with Casio's track record, the battery will probably outlast your favorite streaming subscription. Versatile wearability. From casual hangouts to dressier events, this budget-friendly hybrid watch fits almost any outfit. Not many watches under $50 can pull off that kind of double duty. Collectability. As Casio leans more into modern smartwatches, these vintage-style pieces may become harder to find down the line. This one could quietly become a cult favorite for fans of retro digital watches. So yeah, if you're looking for a reliable, affordable, and stylish everyday watch that won't go out of style anytime soon, the AQ-230A-2A is a solid investment for your wrist and your wallet.
Final thoughts.
After a full year with the Casio AQ-230A-2A, I can confidently say this little time machine still holds a special place in my collection. It's not the flashiest watch. It doesn't have Bluetooth, GPS, or a heart rate monitor. But it does have something that's getting harder to find these days. Pure, no-nonsense practicality wrapped in timeless style. For under $30, you're getting a sleek, retro-inspired design. Useful everyday features like dual time, stopwatch, alarm, and calendar. Comfortable wear for almost any wrist. And the kind of old-school cool that'll never go out of fashion. It's the kind of watch that grows on you. The longer you own it, the more you appreciate its simplicity and charm. Whether you're a collector, a budget-conscious buyer, or just someone who loves retro Casio watches, the AQ-230A-2A is 100% worth checking out. If you're looking for the best affordable vintage-style Casio, or just want something different from the usual smartwatch crowd, this little legend deserves a spot in your watch box.
Like what you see? Smash that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, especially if you own this model. And don't forget to subscribe for more honest watch reviews and everyday tech gear. Want to support the channel and keep the Frugal vibes alive? You can grab some Frugal Watchbox merch, watches, and other gear through the Amazon links above. Every purchase helps keep the content going. And if you're feeling extra generous, consider buying me a coffee. Links are in the description. Thanks for watching and see you again in the next one. Stay frugal and bye for now.